I have a vague feeling that I'm sitting here going, I could probably wrap this up in another 20,000. This is me we're talking about? The novella, you know. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Emily, and welcome to another writing vlog. I have big plans for July. That never goes well, but I'm saying it anyway. Also, apparently I'll just continue to wear this hoodie forever. I could be filming all of these clips in one day, you guys wouldn't know. I'm not. It is Wednesday, July 2nd. I have a couple big things I'm doing this month. One is, I swear, I'm writing 50,000 words. Kinda want to finish the rough draft of the first of Thistle's books. That is my epic fantasy kinda lit RPG series, if you're new. Will I jump to Wildcats? Maybe. Will I jump to the other book in the Wind in the Wild series? Maybe. But we're gonna write 50K, and we're gonna try to focus it all on Thistle. Get that first book done. I had a good start. Yesterday I wrote 3,200 words, which I'm impressed by because I sat down and went, I just want to get to 1,000, and then I zoomed through that scene. I have passed the 50,000 word mark in that book. Second thing we're doing is my fulfillment partner, Merrick Books, for the Wind in the Wild Kickstarter. They have all their stuff. They should be done shipping this week, he said, although he's got a few people out sick, so it might take a few days longer. They should be done with their 500 and something people this week. They've been sending me my special edition copies, and I've been getting through the book box packaging very slowly because there's so much of it. It took me like 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours to package like 6 boxes the other day, just because I had to get everything set up and organized for the first time after sporadically getting all of these things for months. So it's not going to take me that long now. But book boxes are a little bit rough. I'm gonna finish doing all of that this month. We're done. We're so done. I'm also gonna be getting my enamel pins in for that campaign, and I'm gonna do that this month too. Those are so easy. You just plop little pins in bags and off they go. So easy. It's like a dream compared to book Kickstarters. Oh, 4 things this month actually. Those are the first 2. Third thing is, in September I'm planning a Kickstarter for my Assassin novella. I have 2 more pieces of art. I need to do that. I'm actually going to hire some illustrators this time within my rather limited budget. This is the first time I'm going to hire some artwork for one of my books, and I'm excited. But I need to do my art and also get all that organized. Lastly, on August 5th, The Wind in the Wild, let me get the book. I'm holding up the special edition because I can. This will be published on August 5th. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all the other places. It'll be a Kindle Unlimited ebook, but I have pre-publication things to do, which mostly just comes down to a lot of social media. Do social media every day, so help me. Yeah, this vlog is kind of also, I'm doing that 6-month writing challenge that I brought up last time around. I've just gotten so wrapped up in the details of stuff that I completely forgot that that's a thing I'm doing, which pretty much comes down to write every day, get some exercise, drink enough water, have a hobby outside of your work that you don't monetize, which for me is playing video games, do social media every day, and read every day, and that is the one that I am just failing spectacularly at this point. Just start reading a book, Emily. Just start. Anyway, those are the things we need to do this month. And that pretty much tells you what I'm going to be doing on a daily basis. I'm going to be packaging as many books as, they're coming in to me slowly. Packaging as many books as are available to me as quickly as I can without just writing every day. Doing a little bit of art every day if I can. That's not super serious, but getting through art slowly. I also have a cover commission I'm doing for someone. Social media and just in general, do all the things. July, we're gonna zoom. I'm at a pretty good spot in Thistle because, I've been in the writing zone of that book for a long enough time now. We're 50,000 words in, we're past the awkward beginning part. And the characters got split up for a while, they just got back together, so now we get to have drama for the second half of the book. We like character drama. Character drama is the entire reason I'm here as a writer. If you've read any of my books, you're going, yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to try to write first or if I'm going to try to package some books first. I think I'm going to try to package books first because I should do that while I have brain power. I'm going to do stuff. And I charged my camera like 3 days ago and it's dead. I don't know what happened. I really hope I don't have to buy a new battery for this, so we're going to try to charge it again. Okay, good. My camera did charge. Don't know what happened there. It's Thursday, July 3rd. I don't have that much to say. I just wanted to do an update. So I wrote like 2,200 words yesterday, and that's all I have to update. That's a lie. I didn't do the book boxes because I spent the entire afternoon instead organizing the garage. We're doing a bit of a, well, it's not a spring cleaning, it's summer cleaning now, but we're doing some spring cleaning, and I took that opportunity to really organize the boxes of books I have out there. We're doing social media because I'm feeling very spiteful about the fact that my social media doesn't really work for me whenever I try to get into it. Then I'm gonna write, then I'm gonna do book boxes. Merrick is done shipping all of their like 470 people that they could. Some people haven't paid their shipping and some I'm shipping. But you know, we're at like 80% fulfilled now. Which is crazy because 500 people would take me so long. Off to social media. It's Monday, July 7th. I've gotten to 60,000 words on Thistle. That is pretty much the only update I have though. Friday I wrote 1,000 words, Saturday I wrote 3,000 words, and yesterday I only sat down to write like a couple hundred words because I wasn't feeling it, and then wrote 1,000 words. I am 61,100 words into this book. I am sleepy today. No reason. I'm going to tell you my plans for my writing that will certainly just go out the window. But this is what I have planned for right now until I fail. I mentioned before, but first things first, I want to finish the rough draft of Thistle this month. It seems reasonable. This draft will definitely not be 130,000 words like the last one. I'm not even fully sure what I did last time that got this to 130,000 words. I want to finish that this month. I'm thinking maybe I could draft the second book in August and September, maybe in October if need be, and right after that in either October or November. I will have to stop to edit Unicorn sometime this year. So I'm thinking maybe that's about a good time to do it because it needs a developmental edit and some line edits, and of course a beta reader or 3, and then it goes to Natalia in February. So that seems like a good time to do it. We're just gonna ignore the fact that I also will be working on Wildcats somewhere in there. You don't need to worry about that. That's my very vague plan. Surely I will totally stick to it completely. Oh, I have to do social media. Ugh. I am unboxing stuff on the floor. I thought you guys might find this interesting / amusing. I should put you on a box. Hold on. Worse? Much worse. You know what? This is the lighting we're gonna have. Don't worry about it. So I got a big box of books from Merrick. Some of them, they're all special editions. Some of them are the leather ones. Some of them are the paper cover ones. I also got my enamel pins. They're all shrink wrapped. Very nice. I've sent out most of the book boxes. Apparently these ones, they're wrapped in white paper, they're the paper cover, and those are wrapped in white paper. This is a few. Ta-da! So these are going in my box with the leather ones, so I don't get confused. Because they're shrink wrapped, so I can't check. One box, they sent me 5 boxes of these. One of them seems to be lost in the mail. Guys, this project might be cursed. It might just be a little bit cursed, you know? Just a tiny bit, possibly. I think I ordered enough because I ordered extras So I think the 4 boxes that I got should be enough to finish the book boxes. I have to order, not order, I paid for them already. I have to ask for more copies anyway to do the like 40 other packages that I need to do. So they had to, apparently the printer didn't label them really specifically, so they had to like take a bunch of them out of the shrink wrap and make sure which was the leather and which was the paper. 10 out of 10. Okay. I also have the most industrial, does this have my address? I don't know. The most like industrial taped box in my life I've ever gotten in my life. It's the rest of the enamel pins. Finally. I mean, I appreciate their enthusiasm with the packaging the box to get it to me overseas, but geez, the entire box is covered in tape. Just the whole thing. So many pins. Oh my goodness. Dragon pins. I should take one out and show it to you guys. They look fabulous. I'm not going to take them out right now. You can see them. I'll show them to you later. Because I have to go through and grade them and make sure. They all look really nice. Yeah. A lot of unicorn pins. More unicorn pins. More dragon pins. They're so cute. Look at them. There's their little feet. They're so cute. Also, the scruffiness is the outside package. Not that you guys can tell on camera, I don't think. I would butcher the pronunciations of the Japanese names. I'm so positive. I mispronounce words in English half the time. That's a great example. A lot of pins. Pins, books, packaging supplies under the stairs. So I am going to have to email America and ask just for more books in general, but I'm going to count if I can finish off the book boxes with the amount of each that I have. It's always something. I can't believe like a package just... I guess it's lost because it's been saying like USPS is awaiting the item for like 2 weeks now. And they confirmed that they shipped it out, so like I think the post office lost it. What are you gonna do? Literally, what the hell are you gonna do? It's Friday, July 11th. I haven't written very much. I wrote nothing for the last 2 days. Just wasn't fully sure. Okay, on Thistle, when I last wrote this draft 2 years ago, I wrote like an 80-something thousand word draft, and then I realized that something that was going to be in book 2 would be better served in book 1, and so I wrote like almost 50,000 words more of it. It was like 130,000 words. So there's 2 like distinct sections to the old draft, and I'm at right about where the first section would have ended. It was like 80-something thousand words in the old draft, and I'm at like 61,000 words now. So already the pacing is better. Good grief. There is like one scene I know I'm gonna go back 5 or 6 chapters and add in because it was actually kind of a good scene. It'll be like a couple thousand words at most. And I was trying to, again, in my head, I'm just like, you really messed this up last time, so maybe be careful and don't mess this up again. So I was kind of overthinking a little bit how I need to go into like what used to be the second section of the book. So I actually pulled up the old draft and was skimming through it because I'm going, what did I write for 50,000 words after this? I could probably get that done in like 20 or 30,000 words. I was just trying to remember what the hell did I do? And yeah, I was kind of rambling. I skimmed through a lot of it. That second half is not as bad as the first half was, so I kind of like mildly enjoyed it. The writing was atrocious, actually. The dialogue seemed really cheesy, but you know, not as bad as the first part was. So I got some like little ideas of the things, some of the little details that I can actually transfer over that were kind of good. I have a vague feeling that I'm sitting here going, I could probably wrap this up in another 20,000. This is me we're talking about? The novella. You know, then again, this current draft is like 20,000 words less than what it was in the old version. So I would kind of like this book to be at 100,000 words because that's kind of the minimum for a lit RPG. I'm not going to force it, but that would be nice. I'm going to have to add in 1, maybe 2 scenes earlier. There's one fight scene in like chapter 5 or something that I just fully put in brackets and pretend it didn't exist. 2 to 3 largish scenes to put in, but I think they won't be more than a few thousand words apiece. The second one might even be pretty short. And the second half of this book is a little bit more... I used to have a lot more lit RPG mechanics in this book, and if you have no idea what lit RPG is, don't blame you in the slightest. It's game mechanics within the fantasy system, so like gaining skills and numbers for those skills and like experience points and stuff like that, or however you want to come up with it. Everybody does different stuff. I had a lot more of that in the old version, and so there was a bit of like fighting monsters to level up in the second half that was going on, and I've cut back a lot on that because that's just not my favorite thing. I think one of the reasons I didn't like that old draft is I tried to lean a little bit too heavily into that because I really like epic fantasy and I really like games, so I was like, I should theoretically love number heavy lit RPG. I didn't. I like light lit RPG. To write myself, I can read whatever. And so for the second half here, there will definitely not be as much like fighting to level up and number crunching stuff, but there does have to be a significant, like, certain set of character development that needs to happen, both with Eli and his granddaughter and Eli and his grandson. They're like kind of separate things, and they both need to happen before the ending fight scene and like the resolution that comes out of that. A slightly better idea of what I need to do now. I think maybe I should just go back and fill in some of those scenes maybe. I'm gonna have to do it anyway, either way, before I start writing book 2. I'm not gonna just leave those scenes out. So yeah, that was a long, rambly way of saying I skimmed some of my old draft, and it was awful, but like not the worst. And now I think I have a better idea of where I'm going, maybe. Yeah, I have a lot to catch up on this week though if I want to do 50K this month. What have I written so far? 11,100 words. Yeah. I need to write more. I could change out of this hoodie, but why would I do that? Do you guys expect professionalism at this point? Alrighty, it is Monday, July 14th. In the other clip, when I said one of the boxes of books got lost from Merrick coming to me, it's like I jinxed it in a good way. It had, on the tracking number, it had like label created, post office awaiting item for 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks. Miraculously, the other day, it started moving. They started shipping it to me. I mean, great, because I didn't lose at least $100 worth of books, probably more. But good news. So I have a lot of books. So I have that's coming today, should be, and then like 5 more boxes coming from Merrick tomorrow or the day after. So it's time to annoy my local UPS workers. I love you guys. I'm sorry. They're really nice. They're very chill. I've been kind of okay keeping up on my social media. I've been doing it like more than I have been doing it, but it's kind of rough. On Friday, I wrote 3,000 words, but I wrote like 1,200 words drafting Thistle, and then I outlined 1,800 words of it. I was kind of looking at it and going, I don't know, did I tell you I was going to do that? I can't remember. I have the memory of a goldfish, I swear. But yeah, I sat down and bullet pointed everything that needed to happen in the rest of book 1, and then like a really, really rough, vague bullet point for all of book 2. And then what'll probably be a third to half of book 3. I haven't fully figured out the ending of book 3. I have, but I don't know the logic behind it yet. Like, I know what needs to happen, but how do I make that make sense? Don't worry about it. So I did get a lot of stuff figured out, because like there was a few scenes that I didn't know where I should put them pacing wise. And now I think I know where I need to put them. And then on Saturday I wrote 2,400 words on Thistle, and then yesterday I wrote 2,500 words on Wildcats. It's such a dumb book. It's really quite stupid, actually. I mean that in the most loving way possible, because, you know, In Dying Starlight's very stupid too. Most stuff in this genre, if you just try to sum it up in like a sentence or two, it's pretty bad, you know? Those, that trend that went around a while ago that was like, explain a popular book badly, and Lord of the Rings was like a couple of short people, take a piece of jewelry across the world to throw into a volcano. You know, anything, if you like dumb it down enough to the bare bones, it's gonna sound not brilliant. Like the whole concept of this, it's just so, it would almost work well as a middle grade series, but it is, you know, slightly more adult. It's, which, you know, was what young adult used to be. You know, like, still had the fun of middle grade, but it's aged up, and now you have, like, the problems in the lives of teenagers, and there's some romance in it and stuff. But it is kind of just, again, I don't know how much I want to say about the concept, because I'm gonna be querying this book. So, forgive me for being extremely vague for the next year, or however long it takes for me to start setting up. Well, I can't more than a year, because I'm not gonna tell you the concept as soon as I start querying. But it is kind of a silly concept, and it's only made serious by the context of the book. But there is a point, and I knew this was going to happen, where I'm just sitting here writing like the action scene of it, and kind of go, this is so freaking stupid, and then just continue on, because it's still a lot of fun to write, and who cares? It's no more stupid than like dragon writing school, you know, it just seems that way. I say that as somebody who loves dragons in books and tries to insert them wherever possible, just to be clear. So yeah, it's a new week. I'll probably do like one more clip for this vlog on Wednesday, because that'll be right after the halfway point of the month, and I think this has been going on long enough. I've written 19,000 words this month so far. I haven't the faintest idea which book I'm going to write today. As soon as I get off the camera here, I'll probably immediately just like ignore this social media needs, and I need to package some books. I avoided it over the weekend. Well, I got distracted doing a bunch of other stuff over the weekend, including writing, so like I'm not doing nothing. I need to package up as many as I have available to me right now, and then I'll be picking up some more today, hopefully, as long as that package does come in, and then the rest of them tomorrow or the day after. I need to package some books. I had a very lovely message from one of my backers telling me how happy she was with her book box order, which made me feel really good, because those were like $180 plus shipping that people paid for those. And I, as a big cheapsqueak, have never bought a book box in my life. So I'm just putting these together like, I hope and pray that I'm doing these well and that people are going to be happy with them. So good to know that people are actually happy with them. I am not my own audience. I feel like I should be having more of an existential crisis about this, the fact that this is launch month. Like, The Wind in the Wild comes out in 1 to like 3 weeks. Pre-launches I'm not even that excited about anymore. I'm just like, you never know. Most people don't pre-order a book, and it's gonna be on Kindle Unlimited. I'm doing my promotion and I'm trying. I don't know, the real test for this book is gonna come in like the months after I launch it, and whether or not I can... We'll see. Alright, look at me wearing something other than that hoodie. It is so drizzly outside. The lighting is iffy at best. Yesterday I didn't write at all because I was spending an inordinate amount of time finishing up packaging the book boxes. All the book boxes are done. Whew. My goodness. There's about 45 people who, they're not a book box order, but like they ordered something from the campaign and also one of my old special editions, so I have to package them. There's like 40 something of them. Won't take nearly as long because it's not as much organizing as the book boxes were. I'm doing that this week. I ended up outlining for my friend this morning like some of the stuff I need to do in the next couple of weeks, and we're gonna hustle. I'll talk about that in the next vlog. No, I won't. I'll just tell you now. I don't know why I decided to do 50,000 words this month. I'm not giving up, but that was maybe not my brightest move. Oh yeah, I wrote 1,000 words on Saturday and nothing yesterday, so I'm at like 20,200 words for the month. It's a little bit below where I should be, but also not bad at all. Point is, 50K was a choice for this month, because in the next like couple of weeks or so, I need to, one, have all the last 40 packages for The Wind in the Wild out there. After that's all done, try to sell the rest of my old special edition stock I have out in the garage still, because I want to make room for The Wind in the Wild that needs to come in, I'd like to sell those. Package all the enamel pins, so that's finally over with. It's release month for The Wind in the Wild next month, and I feel like I should be doing something more. I'm looking into doing like a giveaway or something. Do something cute. I have a book coming out, and I'm just kind of like, whatever. Be more excited. Keep preparing a little bit for the Assassin campaign in September. That one is mostly done. I just need artwork to be finished. So that's not a huge thing, but I will have to be putting the finishing tweaks on it in August and promoting it. And trying to keep writing on top of all of that was definitely a choice that I made with very little thought put into it, as usual, but we're not backing down. So yeah, I'm a little bit behind on the writing. What's new? Was there something else I was supposed to update? I don't think so. This is gonna be the end of the vlog. Yeah, I'm kind of doing pretty well with some of the 6 months challenge. Kind of not doing it at all for some things, like reading. I don't even have an excuse. I'm doing pretty well with the writing. I only missed a couple days of writing this month so far. Like, I'm doing actually really well with the writing. Let me get with the writing. I'm doing really well with the writing. I'm not like taking weekends off really, but I've not written like 3 days of the month so far. Maybe 4, I can't remember. And a lot of those days have been over the 500 word minimum that I wanted. I'm counting that as a success. It is a success. I don't know why I say it like that. Like, I'm counting. It is a success. Be positive. For all the self-publishing options, doing my Kickstarters and publishing The Wind in the Wild, I'm doing it. That's not like a daily activity. I'm getting there. I just talked about it. Trying to be consistent with my TikTok and Etsy shops. As soon as all the books for The Wind in the Wild go out, I'm gonna be really promoting those a lot. Social media, I'm doing better than I was. I am keeping up with doing writing sprints in my Discord groups. I have been doing exercise routines very consistently. I've realized that I really like the Pilates videos that I have found on YouTube. I had never tried Pilates before. It's rough, but I really like those exercises. I've never been more angry in the middle of exercising, but you know, I hate them, but they're great. I'm mostly drinking enough water. Sometimes I just forget. I'm doing really well with the cutting back on the like processed sugar and flour, like really, really well for me. I never did the 24-hour novel challenge, and I don't think I will. That's just not gonna work for me. I'm doing fine with the no social media before or after 9. I'm fully failing at the reading. The sleeping schedule's fine, and I am absolutely playing Hollow Knight like every single day. It's funny that that's not a goal because it's a hobby. Yeah, did you play your video games for the day? I'm just failing at the reading. There's just nothing that sounds interesting for me to read right now. I am definitely a mood reader, and I'm not in the mood. I don't want to read anything. Part of my issue is it's difficult for me to find books that I find more interesting than I would find interest in just like staring at the wall and thinking about my own stuff. I don't even know what to say about the reading. We're just gonna move on. This is the end of the vlog. Did I even say it's Wednesday, July 16th? I don't think I did. And the vlog after the next one's gonna be like a release week vlog for The Wind in the Wild. That's not stressful. So, to sum up, I'm doing okay, but I'm behind on my writing goals, and I'm slightly getting buried under boxes, possibly. A little bit. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, giving it a thumbs up and a subscribe really helps out my channel. All my links are in the description, and I will see you guys in the